Oh yes, we're live. Welcome everybody. My name is François Letarte and this is my channel JDRD30, a channel about tabletop role-playing games. So question 3 of RPG A Day 2017. How do you find out about new RPGs? Uh, well, I don't have a unique source of knowledge about that. Um, some of the first sources I ever had are still there. It was way before internet. Getting into hobby stores and checking out the books themselves. I used to have a hobby store at my old town called Bouquinerie Frontenac, which had surprisingly a good variety of role-playing games. I remember that they had the James Bond role-playing games and Marvel superheroes and Conan, and alongside with Star Frontiers, Dungeons and Dragons, of course. But uh, it was a world of discovery. And after that, getting in Montreal, Le Valet de Coeur, which and talking to the guy selling the stuff. So it was a great source. At my high school, Séminaire de Saint-Hyacinthe, we had a hobby club, RPG club. Okay, yeah, there was that, and many dudes were playing lots of games. I used to play Marvel superheroes there, Twilight 2000. And we played a lot of Car Wars, which is not a role-playing game, but nevertheless, we were playing that. Call of Cthulhu. So it was a great source of discovery. So yeah, before internet and after that, there's a French magazine called Casus Belli. Yeah, this one is from 1996. There are still Casus Belli being published around. But I remember, I was subscribed to this magazine, and I was waiting for them every month with great expectations. And every time I was highly satisfied by this magazine. There was lots of discovery with that. And you guys, okay, English guys watching me right now, I have some praise to do to the French market of role-playing game. Okay, why? Because, and that magazine was the proof of that. Casus Belli was a French magazine who had interest in, both English and French role-playing games. We were discovering lots of role-playing games from the United States and England or anywhere in the world that were in English, alongside with French publications. So, I'm glad to be a French guy, someone who talks and read French, because I could discover lots and lots of role-playing games with that. Which I don't think, it's not a criticism, but I think that the English market of role-playing games are only interested by stuff made in English, which, yeah, I can understand maybe French or Spanish or any other languages are not as easy to get in for people who constantly live in English. But that French magazine, was taking into consideration English role-playing games. So in one magazine, I had lots of discoveries to make. Of course, internet came along, so conversations, forums, Facebook, conversing with people makes you discover stuff. YouTube channels, yeah, lots of YouTube channels made me discover many games. And but I'm still a big fan of getting into the stores, looking at the book themselves, and discovering lots of stuff. I was surprised. I got into a hobby store in Quebec province. A couple of months, 1 month, 2 months ago, yeah. And I was surprised because I discovered a game I should have known about, but it was there. I never knew that it was out. It was the Fantasy Flight game of Star Wars, but it was a box set about The Force Awakens, episode 7. And I should have known about that. I like this movie. I never had any ads for that. I don't know if the box is good, but it was some sort of a discovery. Since I'm not following that game on the internet, I wasn't aware that there was something about that movie. But yes, but once in a while I make the discovery. I just picked up a book, something I discovered in the store, Serenity role-playing game. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the series, and I saw that in store, and I've bought it. I was very glad to do it. Yes, there's the new Firefly role-playing game, but one day I will try this one. I think it does a great job. And if it wasn't for internet, never I would have discovered. I have to find it, but sorry, it's live. I wasn't prepared to show you that one. Well, Advanced Fighting Fantasy. I don't have it with me. But if it wasn't for internet, never I would have discovered that game. And it's one of my favorite discoveries from the last 6 years. I was searching for fighting fantasy type of role-playing games, searching for someone who have made an adaptation, even though it would have been some amateur adaptation. But I found out that there was a real role-playing game, and I've jumped on it, and yeah, internet made me discover that. So I don't have one way. I don't think there's a best way to discover role-playing games. I'm interested in discovering them, so any way is a good way to discover them, in my opinion. So feel free to leave comments and all that. And that was my video for today. So my advice for today: go take a look at French role-playing games and discover them, and make a translation in English to share that with people, like Innominé. Do you know Innominé? It was a French role-playing game. Shadows of Esteran, it was a French role-playing game. And many others. So my name is François Letarte, and up to next time, I hope you have as much fun in your life as in your games. Goodbye.